Also, we've read the two functionings, which is to form the national government. Second is to control, guide, and inform the government. What these are the um, MPs which come out together in the parliament, and that's how the functioning of parliament is done. And these are the roles played by the um, parliament. Third role is a lawmaking. Okay, lawmaking is a significant function of the parliament. We shall read about this in the next chapter. So the detail is there in the, but third function is lawmaking. Who are the people of parliament? Who are the people in parliament? The parliament now has more and more people from different backgrounds. For example, there are more ruler members and as also members from many regional parties, groups, and peoples that were till now unrepresented are becoming to get elected to the parliament. Okay, there has also been an increase in political participation from the Dalit and backward caste and minorities. Let us look at the following table that shows a percentage of the population who voted in the Lok Sabha elections in different years. Okay, so how many people actually have voted? What was the turnout? And how do I know that? I know that these many other people who are above the age of 18 in our country, and then I can compare how many people actually did come. There's a pura, um this thing of how many people before the elections, all proper, they go to house and they give the for example in elections, whether the state it is for the a state election or otherwise, then they give there's this, it's called some, sorry, I'll just clear. Okay, it's called the roll, I think. What I Let me see if it's written here. I just cannot recall. Lok Sabha. So you can see, when the first Lok Sabha elections were there in 1951, 52, the year, then there were 44.87 turnout, whereas in the 14th Lok Sabha elections of the year 2004, there was a turnout of 58.04. So you can see, yes, it is not much, but it is improving. It is improving over the years. Okay, so we are here looking at the table. So would you say that people's participation during the last 50 has increased, decreased, increased, been stable after the initial increase? It's been more of decrease or being stable. It's on those range, more stable, or there is, of course, see, because it's just, anything just takes like this, anything, it's just um it's like a graph like this. If you compare it on x and y axis, it's somewhat like this. It's almost like stable, and yeah, because it's like 56, 58, it's increasing also, but more of being stable, because we've also seen an increase of more increase, like turn out to be 60% in 1977. Okay, so it has been observed that representative democracies cannot produce a perfect reflection of a society. Of course, even if we say that we these many people are representing this part of the country, or they cannot be a perfect reflection of a society. There is a realization that when interests and experiences separate us, it is important to ensure that communities that have been historically marginalized are given adequate representation. With this in mind, some seats are reserved in the parliament for SC and ST communities, people belonging to that, and it has been done so that member of parliament elected from these communities will be familiar with and can represent Dalit and Adivasis interests. If I am saying that I am from, if there is a school meeting, okay, I am saying that I am from class 6 7, thus it's a senior school meeting, and nobody is there to represent class 6 7, senior school 9 10. Nobody is there to represent class 9 and 10. It is only the meeting of 11 12. So how am I saying it is a senior school meeting? 9 and 10 also comes in the senior meeting. There nobody to represent them, so I said this is not no representation. Only the concerns of class 11 and 12 are being taken. Okay, so here with the above photo shows a few women members of parliament. Why do you think there are few women in parliament? Why do you think that there are very few women in parliament? Do they don't want to come up and participate in the parliament, be in the members of parliament? or what. Okay. Similarly, it has been more recently suggested that there should be a reservation of seats for women. This issue is still being debated. 60 years ago, only 4% of MPs were women, and today it is just above 9%. 60 years ago, only 4% of women were MPs, and today, though it has increased to 9%, but it is still less for a country with a country with such large population. It is very less that only 9% of the total seats are given to women, are represented by, not given, sorry, are represented by women. This is a small share when you consider the fact that half the population are women, and we have such a large population, and within that, half the population is represented by women. But when it comes to parliament, it is not so. It is issues of this kind that force the country to ask certain difficult and unresolved questions about whether a democratic system is represented. The fact, sorry, wait a minute, Hmm. The fact that we can ask these questions and are working towards the answers is a reflection of a strength, and this is, we are able to question, that is a reflection of strength and faith that people of India have in a democratic form of government. Yes, we are able to ask questions, but we want even something solid, answers for these questions. Glossary, now approval, to give one's consent and to be favorable towards something. If I say, you discuss this thing, what is approval, what is consent, is the same thing. In the context of this chapter, it refers to both the formal consent through elected representatives that parliament has, as well as the fact that it needs to continue to enjoy the people's trust. People's trust. Coalition, a temporary alliance of groups or parties. In this chapter, it refers to the alliance formed by political parties after elections when no a party has been able to get adequate seats to form a clear majority. When we saw the example between the elections, um, in which one Indian National Congress got 404 votes out of the total 543, out of the total 543 seats, and it could form a single party. Whereas in one elections, the BJP got the most number of votes, yes, but still it could not surpass the majority that was required to form a single uh, government by a single party. So it had to form an alliance, which was National Democratic Alliance, and that's how it was done. Then unresolved is situation, which is, though unresolved, matlab, it's an unresolved situation, matlab there's no easy solution. I say that I have a problem, but I still don't have a solution for that. So that's how it is. Why do you think our national movement supported the idea that all adults have the right to vote? You can also think about that social movement supported us. See, we all fought, okay, all have fought for our independence from the British rule, and all the people who are above the 18 years of age are capable of understanding the fact that who can represent us. I am saying they can have the ability to tell that you can represent me and you cannot represent me. It's a clear understanding. I know who can work for me, who cannot work for me. That's how it is in the 2004 map of parliamentary constitution. Alongside, roughly identify the constituencies in your state. What is the name of your MP from your constituency? How many people does your state have via certain constituency colored green, via others constituency colored blue? So this all shade, this brown shade, light brown, is for general seats, whereas the blue seats is for scheduled caste communities reserved for that, and the green one is for scheduled tribe. So we've solved, we know that India, even if we say that these all so many things, representatives are there, and so still we cannot truly, can do you think that we can truly reflect our society? It is so much diverse, still we are missing out on some people, unknowingly, knowingly, or yeah. So that's how it is about that. Therefore, the concerns of certain people, vulnerable sections of a society, has to be taken care of. You've read in chapter one, that the parliamentary form of government that exists in India has three tiers. This includes the parliament, central government, the various state legislators. State can fill in the following. Um, okay, so these are the this is for the 2016 year. It's sorry, here it's like 2016. Okay, so which political party is in your currently? So you can fill it for uh, sorry, you can fill it for your respective state wherever you are. If you're staying in Delhi, you can do that. For Delhi, it is like our party. Central government, of course, it's the Bharatiya Janata Party. So in my state, it was the Indian National Congress which was ruling, and you can similarly the for central, it was the BJP. So this I had written it for 2016, I think. According to this table, the previous data which was given. Okay, and I'll also tell you one thing. This all is data, okay? If you talk about yes, these are this thing, the election results and whatever, but this is called data, the data information you can get. So I think you can, of course, then talk that when were the last elections held in your state, how many women representatives are there from your state, and when will the next elections be held in your state. So I'll say mine to our coming, I think, in where I live in my state, elections are there in 22. Next year I have elections in my state, so I can say that. So similarly, you can do it for your not country, I'm sorry, you can do it for your respective states. And we finish with this chapter. And take care of yourself, stay healthy, and be positive in life, and otherwise in general also. Don't take too much tension, stress out, burn out. Don't do all that. This is life. Enjoy your time being alive, because when you're in deathbed, it's too late to realize that you could have done this or that different. Enjoy life also. Studies are important. Yes, I do get it. But this is also the time to live, be happy, and yeah. So I'll just see whether we should do it. Also, I'll wait. Okay, so I thought that we would start with the next chapter in this video only, but I think that's not right because it's a small chapter only. We'll complete it in one video only. Most of the time I try that the everything. The entire content of one chapter is covered in one book, but then if feel that I don't even want to miss out anything which is important, and I just don't feel like it's good to miss out on things. So that is why the video drags, and with a little bit of more explanation, and it turns out into two videos. So I'm sorry for that also, because I know even if I would have been a student, I would want that okay, one chapter in one video it finishes, but there's this time limit, so that's the issue. Otherwise, take care of yourself. I'm saying it again, I know, I'm sorry. Bye.